The NBA All-Star race is heating up, and the fans are making their voices heard. Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic are leading the pack, but the spotlight doesn't stop there. Rising stars like LaMelo Ball and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are turning heads with their jaw-dropping performances. Who's in? Who's climbing? And what does it all mean for the season? Let's break it all down. All right, basketball fans, here is the 2025 NBA All-Star Voting Update, and it tastes better than a season finale of your preferred drama show. Leading the push are several well-known names and fresh players, including Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, and Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. LeBron James leaps Kevin Durant for a top slot, while Stephen Curry grips onto his lead over Luka Doncic with the tenacity of guarding the final slice of pizza at a team meal. The Western Conference has its own kind of anarchy as well. Indeed, the All-Star race is simply a theatrical musical chair game. Let's discuss starting lines and the voting trends. For those simply tuning in, a combination of fan vote, which accounts for 50%, player input, and a media panel determines the All-Star starters. Every team has 2 backcourt and 3 forecourt players. The competition is tighter than it has ever been this year. LaMelo Ball is creating waves in the Eastern Conference, guiding the backcourt voting alongside Donovan Mitchell of Cleveland Cavaliers. Ball's explosive plays and high stats have attracted a sizable fan following, but his case for All-Star glory is especially convincing given the poor standing of his club. Giannis Antetokounmpo stays untouchable in the front court, getting more votes than any other league player. Along with him are Boston's Jason Tatum, whose steady genius has been a mainstay this season, and New York's Karl Anthony Towns, who has evolved in the Big Apple to become a fan favorite. Over West, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, along with Golden State's Stephen Curry, the perennial All-Star and crowd favorite, Alexander's breakout season has helped him to the top of the backcourt voting. SGA is a rising star in the NBA since his amazing performances for the Thunder will prove nothing less than outstanding. Once more demonstrating why he is in the MVP debate, Nikola Jokic is in the front court posting figures that defy logic and dictating the Nuggets' tempo. Defying time itself, LeBron James has passed Kevin Durant, and together they round out a front court triumvirate, including Phoenix's KD, who is still a towering figure in the fan vote. Though the Bucks' season is as erratic as a rookie's free throw percentage, Giannis Antetokounmpo is proving why he is the man. With a league-leading 3,489,956 fan votes, the Greek freak is pulling Milwaukee up a mountain rather than merely bearing weight on his shoulders. Playing at an MVP level, averaging 31.3 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 6+ assists for the second time in his career, Giannis is reminding everyone that 4th place in the East would most likely read lottery team without him. Nikola Jokic serves as both the Nuggets' lifeline and focal point. ESPN's Tim Bontemps MVP straw poll suggests Jokic might win his 4th MVP title in 5 years. He averages 30.6 points, 9.9 assists, and 13.2 rebounds per game, making career highs look easy. Really, does this dude know where the ceiling is? The Joker has raised the bar so high that it's practically in the rafters. With the championship banners, Denver could help hang someday. Things start to heat up here. LaMelo Ball is in the top 2 East backcourt spots and looking great. The 23-year-old is on fire statistically, averaging 29.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. But there's always a but, right? Critics instantly point out that as the sole bright spot on a struggling Charlotte Hornets squad, his numbers may be overstated. Some fans are eyeing his All-Star starting spot as the Hornets have the NBA's 3rd worst record at 9-28. Will his chances diminish if he plays for a failed team? That is debated, but the fan ballot only determines 50% of the final choice. Players get 25%, and a media panel of 25% make up the remaining 50%. Remember last year when Trae Young finished 2nd in fan votes but 4th overall? If the media and players believe Ball is less spectacular than his supporters, he may suffer a similar fate. The All-Star fan vote is similar to your favorite social media algorithm. It appears to be fun and democratic, but it can be chaotic in execution. Die-hard fans can thrust their favorite players into the spotlight, even if they aren't exactly lighting it up on the court. Take LaMelo as an example. He has undeniable skill, but is he an elite backcourt player this season? That is up for dispute. Critics claim that, while fan voting adds excitement to the All-Star process, it can also feel like a popularity contest. Stephen Curry is proving to be a formidable opponent for Luka Doncic in the Western Conference backcourt. Is it a skill? Is it charisma? Perhaps both. As the fan voting continues, attention shifts to the players and media panel to determine if their selections mirror public opinion or contest it. The final rosters might ignite some passionate discussions and viral memes, just like in the past. So, basketball fanatics, buckle up. The All-Star Game is more than just a mid-season showcase. It's a rallying cry for fans, a popularity test, and a look at the league's greatest players. Will Giannis and Jokic continue to dominate? Will LaMelo Ball maintain his contentious position? And can Stephen Curry stave off Luka's unrelenting pursuit? Let's jump back to LaMelo. LaMelo Ball's road to the 2025 NBA All-Star Game is shaping up to be one of the most compelling of the season. With over 1.9 million fan votes after topping guard voting in the Eastern Conference, the 23-year-old is adamant about his spot under the All-Star lights. Ball's game has dramatically improved, with averages of 29.3 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 7.6 assists per game, putting to rest doubts about his ability to return from injuries. Though the Charlotte Hornets have had a poor run, they are 13th in the East, and with an 11-28 record, Ball's comeback leads hope to a team in the midst of rebuilding. Realistically, Ball's fan base is not an accident. In basketball circles, he is a household name, due in large part to his explosive play style and undeniable personality. Despite the Hornets' recent 3-game losing streak, it is clear that Ball's confidence has not been rocked or his All-Star aspirations diminished by team defeats. He insists on his All-Star status every year, and this season he's proving it with consistent play that rivals the league's best guards. His over 1.9 million votes demonstrate his growing power and the bond he has formed with fans, not just statistics. However, every All-Star conversation includes a yes but disclaimer, and LaMelo is no exception. The Hornets' terrible season has overshadowed his distinctive genius. Charlotte currently has an 11-28 record, far from postseason eligibility, and some detractors believe that the fact that Ball is the team's go-to guy may be inflating his numbers. After all, being the bright star on a losing team increases your chances of finding the ball. Should his team's weaknesses detract from his All-Star status? That's the million-dollar riddle. Ball prioritizes the quality of play over the analytics. This season, his improved health and confidence reflect his work ethic and resilience. Even the brightest talents can be halted by injury recovery, but Ball has used the setback to propel himself forward. He is driving the Hornets, not just assisting them with execution. Every brilliant pass, deep three, and clutch action reminds us of his ability to guide Charlotte into a better future. Still, one finds it difficult to overlook the elephant in the room, the Eastern Conference positioning of the Hornets. The club's 13th place finish does not inspire hope for a great postseason campaign, but this is Charlotte, not just a LaMelo issue. The club is in the process of rebuilding, so even if Ball's star power shows promise, the team must move quickly if it is to completely capitalize on his brilliance. Should the Hornets assemble a more competitive squad, they may find themselves not only pursuing all-star positions, but also postseason success in the next seasons. Looking ahead, LaMelo's chances of landing an all-star slot on February 16th seem good. His numbers tell volumes, and his fan support is indisputable. Still, the road does not finish with an all-star nod. For Ball, this season might be a turning point, a chance to establish himself as one of the league's top-tier guards and help the Hornets approach respectability. Though it's a hefty task, LaMelo Ball is the only one who can make it happen. Grand scheme-wise, Ball's all-star performance emphasizes a more general theme, the balance between individual genius and team achievement. Critics may highlight Charlotte's challenges, but supporters are pulled to the court because of Ball's indisputable entertainment worth. he is a walking highlight reel, a player who, with one play, can light the scoreboard and thrill a crowd. And in a field where star power rules, that is worth its weight in gold. LaMelo Ball is ultimately more than his stats. He's a player who might rewrite the story for his team as much as for himself. His outstanding stats and expanding following make him a major player in the next generation of NBA stars. Yes, the Hornets still have a long way to go, but Ball spearheading the charge makes the trip perhaps worth seeing. One thing is evident: whether or not Charlotte speeds their rebuild, LaMelo Ball is here to stay, and he's ready to shine, even if it means carrying the Hornets on his back. Thus, both supporters and detractors will be closely observing Ball's season as the All-Star voting contest becomes hot. Is his own success sufficient to land a beginning place? Can he keep enthralling audiences with his performances while negotiating the difficulties of a rebuilt team? LaMelo Ball is not just advocating for the All-Star game, he is also arguing for himself as among the most intriguing young players in the NBA. And for a Hornets squad yearning a change of direction, that's a victory to commemorate. The All-Star race isn't just about the big names. It's about the stories, the rivalries, and the rising stars who are ready to shine on the biggest stage. So, who's your pick for this year's All-Star lineup? Drop your favorites in the comments and let us know who deserves a spot. And don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications to stay in the loop on everything NBA.